Well, what's up, future millionaires? Mike the Investor, and I made a few changes to my dividend portfolio. I sold out of 2 companies, and I also added some additional shares to one of my current positions. So after looking at the full portfolio, I'm going to show you on the dividend tracker how much my portfolio produces in annual dividend income. So if this is your first time hanging out or your first time checking out one of my portfolio updates, be sure to go ahead and smash that like button for me. Let's try to get this particular video to 100 likes, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. And at any point during this video, be sure to check out some of the show notes down in the description box. There are some free investing tools that you might find useful. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright investors, welcome back to the channel. Now before we pull up the Robinhood app, I'm going to share with you the 2 companies I sold out of and the reasons why I did so. Now the very first company is Disney, and I know some of you may disagree with this, and I'm going to share with you the reasons why. The first reason is, of course, we all know Disney cut their dividend. The stock price has been a little stagnant until they had their earnings call. Now me personally, I had no idea that the stock price was going to soar that high. They pretty much jumped, I believe, close to about $13 in one day, which was crazy. I had no idea Disney was going to pump that high. So the second reason why is because Disney is more of a growth company. Even though they pay a dividend twice a year, they have a semi-annual dividend. And if I'm gonna have, close to $1,000 invested in Disney or that type of an investment, I felt like I can find a better investment that's still a growth company, but also is still paying their dividend that's been consistent. And that company is Apple. I also did a video on why I purchased Apple. I will place a card up right here for you, so that way you can check that out after this video ends. So I went on and sold out of Disney. Now I didn't lose any money when selling out. I pretty much just broke even. If I would have waited one more day, I could have made a little bit of profit on selling out of Disney, but I'm going to show you the screenshot right here. So that way, now you can see this is how many shares I had. As you can see, I had 6 shares. And you can see what my average cost is. Now the second company I sold out of is Stag Industrial. This is a real estate investment trust company, also known as a REIT. This is also one of my monthly paying companies. Now I made about 10% profit on the company when I sold out of the position, so I didn't lose any money on it. I made a little profit, not a lot, but I did make a little. I'm going to show you the screenshot right here. You can see I had 10 shares. You can see my total return, which is close to about 10%. Now the reason for me selling out of Stag is because I wanted to decrease my exposure to the real estate sector. And the reason why is because I truly believe that the real estate industry still has a lot of room to fall here in the future, because we still have a lot of default payments on loans, on leases, on mortgages, on all these different things that's connected to the mortgage and real estate industry. So I truly believe we still have some decline to experience in the real estate industry. So that's why I went on and just kind of took the small profits I had. And I'm still holding 2 REITs in my portfolio, but I wanted to lower the exposure because I was weighted about 23% in my portfolio as far as the real estate sector. So I just wanted to take that additional capital I had and put it into another position. So those are the main reasons why I sold out of those 2 companies. And then as a whole, I just wanted to consolidate my portfolio a little bit. I now have 13 holdings in my portfolio. They're pretty much all blue chip companies except for maybe one, and it's still doing really well. Actually, one of my better performing positions in the portfolio. So further ado, let's go ahead and pull up the Robinhood portfolio. Alright, so as we can see here, my portfolio value is $9,362.16. I was currently up 0.40% during market hours, which is $37.09. I'm down 0.04%, and that's $3.95. Now if we go over to the 1 week, I'm currently up 1.98%, and that's $181.94. As we hit the 1 month, I'm currently up 6.14%, which is not too bad. That's $541.25. the 3-month mark, I'm currently up 11.17%, which is pretty good, and that's $941.70. And you can see the stock price did change just a little bit because it's still a little bit in after hours. So as we hit the 1 year, you can see I am up 3.89%, and that's $350.46. As we look at the all-time, I'm currently up 3.84%, and that's $345.93. Now, as you can see from my buying power, I have $836.91, and pretty much all of that capital is from me selling out of those two positions, Disney and Stag Industrial. So now as we scroll on down to the first position, is going to be Microsoft, and this is the largest position in my portfolio. So as we scroll down, we're going to be able to see my position in Microsoft. I have a total of 5 shares. My market value is $1,061.60. My average cost $171.87, and I'm currently up at 23.54%, and that is $202.25. Now you can see for that market cap, they're sitting a little over 1.6, so they're getting close to that $2 trillion market cap. The next position in the portfolio is going to be Apple, the newest position in the portfolio. So if you didn't watch that Apple video, be sure to check it out, so that way you can understand my reasoning on why I purchased Apple now. So as we scroll down to the position, you can see I just have 1 share. My market value is just the same price as the stock because I only have that 1 share, which is $445.78. My average cost $440.73, and I'm currently up just 1.15%, and that is $5.05. And if you look at Apple's market cap, you can see $1.90 trillion. Now, I believe that Apple is going to be the first U.S. company to hit $2 trillion market cap. The next position in the portfolio is going to be IBM, and this is a very, very solid company in my opinion. I think they are truly undervalued. As we move down to my position here, you can see I have a total of 5 shares. The market value $624.80. The average cost $119.96. I'm currently up 4.17%, which is $25 even. Now, as we go to the next position, now we are looking at my healthcare positions. The first companies we were looking at were my technology, and now we are on healthcare. So Johnson & Johnson, a dividend king, almost 60 years of dividend growth. We move on down to my position. I have a total of 4 shares. The market value $593.20. The average cost $139.70. I'm currently up at 6.15%, and that is $34.38. The next position is going to be Pfizer. This is one of the largest healthcare companies in the world, just like Johnson & Johnson. As we move down to my position, you can see I have an upcoming dividend coming up for next month for $5.70, which is not bad. And as you can see for my position here, I have a total of 15 shares. The market value is $578. My average cost $37.39, and I'm currently up at 3.08%, and that is $17.26. So after looking at Pfizer, we move over to Procter & Gamble, and now we are looking at my consumer staple companies. Procter & Gamble is also a dividend king with over 63 years of dividend growth. So as we move down to my position, you can also see I have an upcoming dividend for this month for $2.37. As you can see, I have a total of 3 shares. The market value is right at $400. My average cost $110.29. I'm currently up 21.09%, which is $69.79. Now, this is the reason why I haven't bought any Procter & Gamble, is because I don't want to give up my average cost. So hopefully when we see some type of a pullback, if it drops low enough, then I would definitely buy a bulk of shares in Procter & Gamble, because this is a company I'm definitely going to hold for the long term. So the next company in the portfolio is going to be Coca-Cola, also a dividend king. As we move down to my position here, I have a total of 15 shares. The market value $716. My average cost $47.90, and I'm currently down 0.23%, which is $1.64. So I'm pretty close to that break-even point, and I'm gonna wait for Coca-Cola to drop again before I add any more shares into my position. So after we move from Coca-Cola, now we're looking at Altria, and this is the company I actually added some additional shares to this week. So as we move down, you can see I have a total of 20 shares, and my market value $840. My average cost $44.57. I'm currently down at 5.70%, and that is $50.86. And they pay a really nice dividend. They're actually the highest paying dividend company in my portfolio. After we move from Altria, we're gonna move over to the only industrial company that I hold in this portfolio, which is 3M, also a dividend king. They need no introduction. As we move down to my position, I have a total of 4 shares. The market value $633. My average cost $159.62. 3M has definitely taken off over the last couple of days in the market, and you can see my total return. I am down 0.81%, which is $5.16. So after looking at 3M, we move over to Starbucks, and as we move on down to the position, I am down quite a bit on Starbucks. I have a total of 12 shares. The market value $909. My average cost $85.32. And you can see I am down 11.21%, and that is $114.81. Now the reason why I hadn't been averaging down on Starbucks is because it's already over 10% of my portfolio allocation. So that's why I haven't averaged down on the stock, if you're wondering. So after looking at Starbucks, we move over to Bank of America. This is the only financial services company in the portfolio, unless you consider REITs, which they kind of are in that area as well. So as we move on down, we can see Bank of America has been trending up a little bit, and I had 20 shares. The market value is $521. My average cost is $26.50. I'm currently down at 1.60%, and that is $8.50. So they're getting really close to my average cost as well. And after looking at Bank of America, we move over to Realty Income. Now we're getting into the REITs in my portfolio. This is the monthly dividend paying company. They need no introduction as well. You can see I had that upcoming dividend, $2.34, because they pay their dividend every single month. So as we move on down to the position, I have a total of 10 shares. The market cap value is $627. My average cost is $72.14, and I'm currently down at 13.06%, and that is $94.22. Now I do want to average down on Realty Income, but I do think I'm going to see a little bit more of a decline. So I would like to wait on that and see if we see more of a decline around that $59, $58 range, and then I will go ahead and buy some more shares to kind of lower that average cost. So after looking at Realty Income, this is the last company in my portfolio, Innovative Industrial Properties. Now, if I had one risky play in this portfolio, it would probably be this company here, but I truly think they are very solid. They're always outperforming all of their earnings. They are collecting pretty much all of their money from all of their facilities that they own. Now, most REITs have been suffering, but this stock has been performing so well. Check it out. So as we move on down, you can see I have a total of 5 shares. The market value is $573. My average cost $74.49, and I am up 53.88%, and that is $269. So not bad. I made over half my money back on this position. Now my original goal was to purchase 10 shares when I bought into this company, but hey, you just never really know. Sometimes you just gotta go for it and you will reap that reward. So those are all 13 positions in my portfolio. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll on up so you can see once again, I pretty much have all blue chip companies in my portfolio, and if I had one risky play, I would have to say Innovative Industrial Properties, but as you can see, I'm doing pretty well on that position. So as you can see here, it has my portfolio value. It's not going to be 100% accurate because it doesn't add in the cash that I have sitting on the side. We have the dividend yield at 3.44%. We have my yield on cost at 3.56%. And then we have my annual dividend income that it produces every 12 months, $293. Now I am $7 away from cracking $300 that my portfolio will produce every single year. That's pretty exciting. And as I've mentioned in some of my previous videos, I am working on getting this dividend yield up to about a 4 to 5% yield. And that will allow me to produce a little bit more dividend income each month, as well as a whole for the year. So if we briefly scroll down, you're going to see this is going to give you all metrics for each position. We have the ticker, shares, price, average cost, my profit and loss, the yield, yield on cost, my annual income that this stock produces, and then we have the safety score. Now, I just want to show you Altria. Now you can see this company here produces me $67.20 every single year on 20 shares. This is the highest paying dividend company that I own in this portfolio. We hit over to the next. This is just going to show you the other 3 companies in the portfolio, and you can see none of them matches even close to what Altria is paying me. So we go back over to the page 1. So as you can see here, there isn't a dividend company that comes close to my Altria dividend. This is almost $70 that this stock alone produces for me every single year. So those are all 13 positions. Let me know down in the comment section on how you feel my portfolio is doing. That additional capital as far as buying power that I have in the portfolio, I'm gonna use most of that to buy more shares of Apple after the stock split, unless the stock happens to drop lower than my average cost before the stock split. Then I will go ahead and buy an additional share. But that's kind of my plan with most of the capital in the portfolio. And then what I have left over, I will put that in whatever company I can kind of average down on that I think would be the best investment. So hopefully you all gained some value from this video. And if you enjoyed it, be sure to go ahead and smash that like button for me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm Mike the Investor. Be sure to stay inspired, stay motivated, invest in yourself, and I will see you guys back next time.